Welcome back to Firehouse Garage. Today we're back with the 400. What are we gonna do today, Jake?
The Crew Cab 400. We're gonna drain the oil, possibly change the oil pan. I gotta get a gasket for it, and then we'll check out these main webs and stuff for the 230 block. Show you how they're thicker than any other block, and we'll get our pressure washed and hopefully ready to paint. But with the power of magic and YouTube editing videos, this is going to be over the course of probably a couple weeks, so stay tuned.
Alright, so we're going to start with draining the oil, and I'm not sure what engineer thought of this, but you take your comically large socket for an engine pan. It's a 7/8, massive, and we're going to take this off. We're going to drain this oil and, you know, try not to make a mess everywhere.
Toy. Ooh, dirty. Oh no.
Sorry, it fell on the thin part.
Dude, that oil's dirty.
Yeah, she's a little dirty, ladies and gentlemen, but I guess that's what you get for, how old did we say this engine was?
72, so 30 plus 22, 54 years old.
54 years old, and
it still runs.
Who knows how long it's been since a fucking oil change.
Well, you're gonna have to beat that out.
I won't. Why would I?
I don't know.
You ain't getting paid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we can say fuck all we want. I'm not beeping that out, ladies and gentlemen. We're real. This is just the way we talk.
You know what sucks?
What?
That engine's leaning forward on that engine stand, so all the oil's sitting in the front of the pan.
Yep. I was just thinking that myself.
We can get most of it out of there and then drop the pan.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, this is a little... What time is it? Like 1 a.m.?
Yeah, it's 1:13 in the morning.
After me and Josh would just get done fixing our daily drivers because they both decided to break on us today.
Yeah. Well, you fixed yours.
We pretended to fix yours. Good enough.
Yeah.
For who it's for.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, ladies and gentlemen, here's the #1 rule of working on vehicles. Don't.
You spend way too much money and then you find stuff you don't want to find and you just act like it's not broke.
Yeah, it's only broke if you think it's broke.
It's not what my bank account says.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so as you can see, we got the oil pan off, and
It's a miracle she still runs.
she's full of just crud and junk.
Helicopters.
Helicopters, and the pickup tube is also full of just...
I already pulled some out. I can't get these ones.
It's bad.
I don't know how this thing was making any oil pressure.
Yeah, it's a miracle. Like, look at that. Look at that. That's what's in the pickup tube.
Like the whole thing. I
So-
think that's a bug.
So, yeah.
Now we're going to flip her over and check out what the bottom end looks like.
Yeah.
Hopefully better than what the pickup tube looks like. Then we'll come back, I suppose.
Alright, so we got flipped over and looking down in here, and you know, not too shabby.
Nope. And down here, which is kind of hard to see with the crank in. But you can see right here where my pinky's at. This is where these blocks are much stronger. Because you see there how thick that is, and let me turn it over a little bit on the other side. Oh, breaker bar came off. Down in here, I don't have a light. Let me grab the light here. Yeah, this main web here comes all the way up to the center of the block, all the way down to the piston bore pretty much. Like 440s, 383s I think are the weakest. 361s, 413s, and 426 wedges. This is not this big. It is only the 71 400 block. And I think it's got to be cast before November 11th. I think it's November 11th. They have to be cast before. This engine is cast on 6/9 of 72. So this is one of the earlier ones. But yeah, it looks pretty good. No excessive wear. We're gonna get this pickup tube out, which for those of you that don't know, isn't hard. All you gotta do is twist it. Oh, we're gonna have to get vice grips or something on that, but it just spins out of the block. Look at the goop on there. Like it's sludged up.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we'll try to get a video of us doing that without ruining that pickup tube, but it's sometimes hard, not always. I'm trying to get these so I don't smash the tube. It's too loose, so go one more.
Perfect.
I'm smashing it. Let's try it down here. Not happy. There it goes. I should go by hand. Maybe. I should.
Too tight.
There it goes. And the pickup tube spins out. Boop. And then, to show you the difference, so this is on this way. That sits in the pan like that. I got a brand new truck one. It's buried. Hold on, let me do this one over here. There's your tech tip between car pans and truck pans. You see the pickup tube comes down from the front, and this one sits right in the center of that sump. That's, most of your cars will have that. Pretty sure they all have the same pickup or something similar, and they're all just about center sump. All the 70s style trucks, like 72 to like 78, 79, have this sump. They'll screw it in the front and go all the way back to the bottom. And also, how you can tell is by the dipstick tube. The dipstick tube for a truck will screw into the side of the pan, which is a plug in this one, but there will be a fitting there, and this dipstick tube will thread into it. Cars, like this one, they just go into the side of the block over here, which we got to get that out next. But they go right in the side of the block. The dipstick tube comes out right here into the pan. On trucks, like I said, they thread in there. This will have a plug in a truck. It'll just be a little plug that goes in that hole so nothing leaks out. But this is going in that truck, so we're going to be using that truck pan. And we're not tearing heads or nothing off, because I'm one of those guys that if I find any amount of cylinder wear, I'm like, oh, rebuild it. And then I can spend way too much money, and it gets too involved. This one runs, so we're going to leave it at this one runs. Just like Josh's truck.
Precisely just like my truck.
Alright, so we're getting the dipstick tube out.
Woo! Or we're smashing it.
Well, you know. Smashing and getting out. Same thing. If you smash it, then you don't have to worry about a plug.
Oh, I know how they do these. You get something about the same size and knock it out because it's kind of a tight fit in there. What do I have?
It's like pressed in that little hole right there.
This isn't the tool for this, but we could, make it one. If it's the right size. Nope, too small. You get a socket. It's stuck in there though. Come on, come on.
As you can see, we have a approved punch.
It's moving.
Yeah, just a couple gentle taps ought to knock that thing right out of there.
Uh-oh. That's out.
That's out, and look at the
Punch.
punch unstuck.
Hey, don't let me hit that in there. There you go.
Sometimes you just gotta put a little back into it.
Throw your purse at it.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got to flip back over. Now we're gonna get this balancer off.
And the oil filter I put 7 holes in trying to get off because somebody had it tight.
Well, you know,
They made a mess of it. Hey, it's off.
made an even bigger mess of it.
Hey, don't step in that.
No promises. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is get the crank bolt out, which is 1 1/4 inch for a 400.
Every single Mopar.
Every single Mopar, apparently.
At least up to the Magnum that I know of.
Alright,
Then I'm gonna find my bolts for the puller.
that's out, and now we got to locate the bolts for the puller to pull this balancer off. Alright, so we got the, obviously we got the crank bolt out. So now we're, got the puller on this balancer.
Pull her off.
Yeah, we'll get this balancer off.
Which, if you guys have seen the short of this engine running, you might have noticed it had a aluminum intake and a pretty brawler carburetor. Just ignore that. I didn't get trigger happy when Josh wasn't here and just start doing stuff. We're not going to talk about the cam I put in it either out of another engine I have. As of now, the goal with this is to put it back to as factory original as possible. And then slowly build up an engine. Kind of like any other one of you guys might do. I have a lot of parts because I'm, as Josh calls, a Mopar hoarder. And my dad gave me a bunch of stuff when he said he was done doing cars, so. We're going to assume with this build that if you guys are you bought it for whatever you're putting it in. So if you are putting it in a car, you're putting it in a car. If you're putting it in a truck, you're putting it in a truck. So we're going to assume I bought this one for a truck and we're not changing all these parts. But what will go into all the cost is all the gaskets and stuff, because any normal person that rebuilds one of these or yanks it out is going to want to re-gasket it, repaint it, make it look pretty. So we'll put all that in the cost for an original type rebuild. And then, from there, once we get the truck running and driving, we will do more. Like aluminum intake, carburetor, headers. Which, regardless, I'm putting headers on this. Just because I have them and I don't want to run exhaust manifolds and have to pay for a new exhaust once I do headers. That would be the one thing that if you guys are putting it in a car or a truck that you buy as an upgrade, first off would be headers. Just because you don't want to spend money twice on an exhaust. Because they aren't cheap. As are most things.
Should be almost off here. Headers sound cool anyway, so don't have to go fast. Just gotta sound cool.
Yeah.
Or so all them Honda people will tell you.
There we go. Alright, got her off.
Sweet.
Now, we're going to take this timing cover off because they are different for cars and trucks. Once we get it off, I will give Josh the tech tip to give you guys.
Alright. So now that we've got the balancer off, we're going to start taking off this timing cover. And
Ignore all the RTV I put on it because I didn't have a gasket.
so, for some reason, these bolts are different sizes. So the top 4 are going to be 1/2 inch. And the rest of them will be 9/16.
Do you like this guy?
Yeah.
There's already a socket on it. That's all you have.
Oh, nice. You don't have to use an electric ratchet, but it helps.
What do you have? Also, try to keep all your bolts with what they came out of. Makes stuff going back together a lot easier.
Or you could just guess.
Yeah, you could do that. It's just sometimes not as fun.
You got me 9/16.
I can. Ugh. My knees don't give out before then.
As you can tell, folks, we got together here at Fire Hazard Garage.
What?
We have it together.
We have it together while we're tearing everything apart. Wait till you kids see the engine that Josh bought for his project.
I'm so excited to start working on that.
We're very torn on what we should do with it now.
Yeah, so in another video we'll show you what we bought and what we may or may not do with what we bought. That's pretty interesting.
You're probably gonna need the persuasion stick for that too. We'll wipe it off. We got some oil on it.
That would be fantastic.
What?
So there's a good chance I'm gonna end up jamming a screwdriver in my hands. Alright, beautiful. Alright, that's off. Ugh.
Difference. Am I on the camera, dude?
Should be, yeah.
But the car ones that have the outlet on this side for the water pump on the driver's side have a shorter one, and then the ones that have the outlet on the passenger side, the long horseshoe, or not horseshoe but long snout looking one, they have a longer one, and there's supposed to be 2 little tangs that stick out right here. They're broke off, but they have little tangs on them so you can see when you're trying to time them down past the water pump housing. These ones don't need it because you can see it without it.
Yeah, you need to put timing in the video anyways. It's overrated.
Yeah, that's not good. Oh, and the oil slinger. This guy right here. That keeps the oil from going towards that seal. See So let's run these guys back into where their homes are. Where's number 4? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3? Uno, with Miss Uno. I see it. Yeah. All right, now we're gonna take the cam gear off because no bueno. It's supposed to be, you know, snug and tight like this side is. A little looser than that, but yeah.
Beautiful.
Well, that guy's just boop. And then you take this guy off. And you just buy a whole new set because they wear as a set. Get a double roller. They last longer. They're more gooder.
Yeah.
Or buy a cam drive, whatever you want to do. Those are noisy though from what I hear. And I don't know how to use one. So I'm just going to buy a double timing chain. We're going to leave that cam in because that's one my dad, or was in an engine my dad gave me. And I have no idea what the specs are. I just knew it was better than what was in this engine. So we're going to leave it in there for now. And say it's stock.
Sure.
And then we'll swap this out eventually. I've got a surprise for that one. I need lifters for it though. Where'd the bolt go? Here's the boot. So we'll put the bolt back in there. And then, really, we're down to washing this thing. Which it's 2 o'clock in the morning and we can't do that.
Yeah, so.
I mean, we could, but our neighbors wouldn't like me.
Yeah. I mean, I don't live here, so I don't really care what the neighbors think.
And the pressure washer I needs at my grandpa's house. So, the next time you see us, me, him, me, us, yeah, the big block boys, we'll probably be pressure washing this thing.
Yeah.
And it'll probably be a week or 2 later. Because Jake's gotta go to work, so's Josh.
Just gotta go to work, too.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, so who knows when the next time we'll be here to make videos together is, but
You'll get something.
you'll get something. Yeah.
Can you tell Josh is sleepy yet?
Yeah, Josh is very tired.
I could tell a while ago that Josh was sleepy.
Yeah, so, yeah, we're gonna end the video here. Make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment of what you liked or didn't like.
Or what you want to see and what you
Yeah.
didn't see.
Yeah.
No naked women, I can't supply that.
Yeah, plus you two wouldn't like that. They'd like that less than the cussing, so. Yeah, that's a good point. You know, what you want to see that you didn't get to see, what you would like to see in the future, more of, less of, the same as. Let us know. We're open to opinions, but at the same time, not every opinion is right. So, just kidding. But yeah, again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.